Next up is The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell, coming in at over 2,600 reviews and 4.3 stars. Another very well received book. Malcolm Gladwell is a prolific writer and an absolute master of his craft. Now, again, when I switched up and I'll tell you guys what I did after this review, when I switched up my listening habits, if you will, to pay focus and pay more attention to what I was reading, I did so towards the tail end of reading or listening to The Tipping Point. So again, I don't have much to say on it, which is sad for, again, such a well-received book, but I did get a little something, and it's definitely on the re-listen list. So the main through line of this book was the concept of connectors, mavens, and salesmen. And the idea that companies or ideas and concepts that are successful, that are on the other side of the tipping point of becoming successful, becoming known, becoming what they're initially intended to become, have these three constants within them: connectors, mavens, and salesmen. Mavens are connoisseurs. It's another word for connoisseurs, which is another word for, someone that knows the ins and outs of something. So what Gladwell does is give a bunch of different examples of different companies and stories. Like, for example, he illustrated how these concepts time and time again come to fruition, and used the example of Paul Revere's ride of alerting the British when they were coming. And my favorite example that he used was an example of Gore-Tex, the company, which I'll get back to in a second. But he pretty much says that there are three essential pieces to this successful puzzle, which is three different types of people. Connectors, which are people that connect people with the concept or ideas. Mavens, or connoisseurs, which are the people that know the ins and outs of the concept or idea or product or whatever it is. And salesmen, people that can sell that idea to the masses. And it was just really interesting to me the way he weaved that narrative of those three constants through a bunch of varied examples, and highlighted who the connectors were or was, who the mavens were or was, who the salesmen were or was in specific situations. He describes how connectors can be like mouthpieces for an idea, and they put people in the know about certain things. They're not necessarily the salesman of the product. It could just be somebody that, tried something or saw something or heard something and thought that somebody else might like it, and they connect, the eventual consumer to the actual salesman of the company. And then you have mavens and connoisseurs, which are the people that come up with all the ideas and product, if you will, within the specific company. And then the salesman, seals the deal. The salesman can't do what the maven does. The maven can't do what the salesman does. The connector can't do what the maven does. For the most part, you have savants that can do all three, or, people like Steve Jobs that was a maven and a salesman. I guess I would say the connector too, right? Within Apple. One example in particular stood out to me because I just didn't know about it and wouldn't have known about it. And he speaks about Gore-Tex, which is a $2.4 billion high-tech materials company. They make like jackets, like Gore-Tex jackets or coats. They make boots and clothing. They are consistently, over the past 57 years that they've been in business, voted by Fortune magazine to be the top 100 companies to work for. And they apparently have outstanding returns quarter after quarter, year after year. And Gladwell breaks this down to the culture of the company, which, although it's a big company, it's broken down into a small team structure. And Gladwell argues that this allows for connectors, mavens, and salesmen to interact with each other. It's more of a personal or personalized feel. More gets done this way. The salesman that is trying to sell may not understand something, and he can walk over to the maven that explains certain details to him right there on the spot. There's less bureaucracy, which allows connectors from the IT department, for example, to interact with the legal department more fluidly. And hence they avoid stifling red tape. And I thought that was pretty interesting. It was an interesting read. I really like Malcolm Gladwell. It's another newsletter I subscribe to, which is his, and listen to his podcast, which is called Revisionist History. I love the book Blink, and it's definitely a book that's going to also warrant a re-listen. But check it out, The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell.